Found our new camping spot. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Adventure Outline. I'm Rick. Super stoked to have you. On this channel, we do all kinds of adventures. We go camping, we go shooting, we go on road trips, we go to national parks. We do all kinds of fun things. And sometimes, once in a while, we do a lot of different things than that. Because it's my channel, I do what I want. But anyways, for the most part, that's what you're going to see. You also see reviews on gear that we use for a lot of those things like camping and shooting and guns and all kinds of cool stuff. So anyways, if you're into that, please kick that subscribe button, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, share this video with your friends. That'll make you extra cool. But that's what you guys will see right here on Adventure Outline. What's up, guys? We are finally at another campsite. Oh my gosh, it has been such... I'm not fired up. So I'm not fired up. I know I normally am, guys. The last few days have been really challenging. Since the last time you saw me, it's actually been a couple of days. We left Lake Isabella and we ended up trying to head to Lake Mead in Nevada, and all the sites we checked, the overlanding sites and all of that stuff, and you know, freecamping.net, all of that, all said it was open, it was all good. And we got there probably about 9 o'clock at night, and they totally had the road blocked off with concrete barriers. And so that was super discouraging. So discouraging I didn't even get any content of it because I was so upset. Anyways, we ended up driving around Lake Mead for like 3 hours looking for another camp spot. And there's tons of camping spots over there. I even resolved myself to saying, all right, we'll just get a paid campsite. And even the paid campsites were closed. And so it was just super frustrating. We literally ended up spending the night at a Love's gas station, you know, and parked where all the big rigs parked and just camped out there because by then it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. So anyways, guys, we got through that. Woke up the next day, just, you know, got our heads together and tried to stay positive. And we ended up coming out here. We're in Sedona, Arizona, or just outside Sedona, Arizona. And we've camped in Sedona before, but we've never camped here. And this place is pretty sweet. Huge area, and tons of dispersed camping. But just a beautiful place, as you can see. Today is actually our 16th straight day of camping, which we've never done that before. I have never gone 16 straight days camping. And I just want to lift up my wife because she is awesome. She's done it with me. No complaining, any of that. She's like, let's just do it. Let's just make it happen. And that's what she's been doing. So been really encouraged, and it's just been great to be out here and not stuck at home with all this quarantine junk going on. It is Friday today, so people are going to start showing up. There's been tons of Polaris and Can-Ams coming by on the main road over here, but we got a nice sweet big spot in the shade. I was walking, and you know, people like to leave trash and stuff, unfortunately, at places like this sometimes. But I don't think I've ever seen somebody leave an exhaust. I mean, that's like a full-on exhaust pipe. I don't get it, but pick up after yourselves so these places don't get shut down, please. Anyways, that's my SPA for the moment. So I'm gonna walk up to the trailhead, to the entrance of the dispersed camping area, because I want to see if we can actually have campfires. I think there's a campfire burn order, so I don't think we can, but I want to go up there and double check, because there's plenty of firewood out here to have a campfire and everything, and there's already fire rings around, so I just want to check that out. Even though we don't have any, you know, marshmallows or anything like that, campfires are still cool. Nope. So, one of the great things about this camp spot, even though we can't have campfires, is it has excellent Sprint 4 bars LTE 4G. And it's probably because there's an antenna right there, which is great. You know, when you're camping for 16 days straight, you still got to be able to get your work done. And so I'm actually super stoked that I've been able to still get my work done, and that's been really helpful. Well, that's something we've had to make sure that we've had throughout our whole trip, is make sure that we've had really good LTE signal, because we still got to get our work done and stuff, and we also still trying to stay connected to our family and stuff like that, especially because we haven't seen them for so long. Because of all the quarantine stuff. But it's been great out here. You know, I know that some people have their opinions about camping right now and off-roading and overlanding and all that stuff. That's fine. You have yours, I have mine. I respect yours. Hopefully you'll respect mine. If you don't, I'll just erase your comment anyway, so it's all good. We're out here to have a good time. Oh, such a great walk. It's been awesome. So beautiful out here. Right now, guys, I am actually transporting my footage from the video that was released last week from our time in Lake Mead and Bishop, and then we went to Lake Mead. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just uploading it, not uploading it, I'm transferring it onto the hard drive so that I can start editing it and get that out. I know I'm a little bit behind, but it's just because of my ability to recharge my computer and actually spend time editing, which that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I only have my one battery bank, so I have to allow that to recharge before I can actually sit down and just edit for a few hours. And so anyways, that's what I'm doing right now, guys. For the most part, just chilling around camp, just hanging out here. We definitely got to go to the grocery store soon. We're like out of ice. Food-wise, we're actually okay, but man, one thing for sure that I'm seriously considering is getting like a Snowmaster refrigerator, you know, or a Dometic or something, because I mean, we're having to go get ice like every 2 to 3 days. Really every 3 to 4 days. I'm really allowing it to stretch, just because the ice water that ultimately melts actually still stays pretty cold, so I let stuff kind of sit in there, but we got to put it all in Ziploc bags so it doesn't get soaked in anything like that. But definitely something that if you're going to do this long term, I mean, again, we've been out for over 2 weeks now. If that's something that you're going to do, definitely considering getting a you know, a refrigerator like a Snowmaster or a Dometic or something like that, because getting the ice thing is just such a pain in the rear. And we've probably spent $30 on ice already in the last 2 weeks. So anyways, just something I'm learning out here. But for now, guys, I'm just gonna get back to transferring my footage and start editing away, and then hopefully we'll be able to start uploading, because that's also been somewhat of a challenge as well. But I think we're going to be able to do it. Anyways, guys, right now I'm going to keep transferring my videos onto the hard drive from my memory cards, and then I'm just going to start editing the videos that you've already seen. I'm just going to probably do that for the rest of the time, at least the next couple of hours before the sun starts going down. So that's my plan. This thing is fun. So I've had this for a little while. It's basically a GLOCK 19 BB gun. It's actually licensed by GLOCK. Even though I know all of YouTube's rules and regulations, you can actually buy this on Amazon. It's just a BB gun. Takes compressed air cartridges. This thing is awesome, a lot of fun. But I'll link for this all down below. Yeah, so just hanging out here at camp, and had a little headache, so my wife and I were going to go for a hike, but instead I decided, you know, let me take a little bit of medicine and just chill out a little bit. So pulled out my BB gun, built a little backstop so that we could catch all the BBs, because I definitely don't want to leave the BBs in the ground or anywhere around here. So typically what I'll do is I'll build a backstop. That way they won't go beyond the backstop. And then I'll put like a little jar or something, and that actually helps catch them. Probably won't catch all of them, but you will catch, you know, 99% of them. And I typically count my shots. So, yeah, so just a lot of fun. I'll probably do a review on this at some point, but it's a lot of fun. The great thing about BBs is you can magnetize them. So I have some magnets. You just go down there, pick them up with some magnets, and it really helps. So that way it's you know, cleaned up and everything. But anyways, guys, it's just a lot of fun. Like I said, I'll do a review for that soon. I'll leave a link in the description for it. I know YouTube's rules and regulations, I can't do that with real guns, but this gun, this BB gun, you can actually buy on Amazon. That's where I got it. So I'll leave a link for it in the description down below if you're interested in picking one of these up. I'll also leave links for the compressed air and the BBs, because you can actually buy, this is literally $2,500, and I think this thing was like $7 for 2,500 BBs. So and I think the compressed air is only maybe another $10 or $15. So just a lot of fun to hang out at camp. But definitely I'd encourage you, if you're going to do something like this, make sure you have a way of being able to collect your BBs so you don't leave any of that stuff behind. Same as if you're shooting real firearms, make sure you guys pick up your brass whenever you're done shooting. So what I thought I would talk to you guys about is the campsite here. Really cool spot. This is my first time camping here. This place, I can't remember exactly what it's called. I'll put it down like right here. But it's right off of Schnebly Hill Rd. And I'm going to tell you guys where I'm camping this time, because this is clearly a really popular spot in the area. And so I don't have a problem telling you guys about it, because there's a ton of people out here. The other thing is this camp area, again, there's no facilities, there's no running water, there's no electricity, there's no bathrooms or anything like that. You got to bring all of that stuff in and bring it all out. One thing that's important to know out here is there are no campfires allowed. We're here again in May. It is Memorial Day weekend, and there are no campfires allowed right now. I don't know if it's like that year-round. It's very possible. We are in Arizona, pretty dry place, even though obviously we're in the forest, which is such a beautiful place. This place is pretty close to Sedona. It's actually right near Sedona. Sedona's maybe 10 minutes away, so it's not super far. But just so you guys understand, there's no campfires, at least at this time in the season. Even though I have seen some people in the distance have campfires. Don't be like those people. But anyways, guys, something to think about. No campfires allowed, at least in this time of the season. I haven't really researched the area very much, so I don't know if there's any actual hiking trails. There are clearly some really cool off-road trails. So if you want to come and do some off-roading, overlanding, definitely a great spot to do it. Bring the toys up here, really cool spot. But for hiking trails and stuff, I haven't really seen that. But again, I'm sure if you do your own research, you'll find out whether or not there's some actual hiking trails, but I haven't seen any since I've been here. One of the other things to note is that this place, your cell signal actually kind of comes and goes. We specifically camped out in an area where we had phenomenal cell signal. We have Sprint, and the entire time we've been at this location, we've had 4 bars of 4G LTE. I actually, last night, I uploaded a video that you guys have already seen, which was our first video in the series of Camp Quarantine. And I was able to actually upload that video just using the hotspot on my Sprint phone, and it uploaded within about 40 minutes. So it's actually been really fast. We've been doing video conference calls and stuff with friends and with work stuff, which has worked really well. It's not like that everywhere. Again, as I drove down the trail, we were watching the signal, and it kind of came and went. The closer we've been to the entrance of the camping area, the better the signal has been. So just keep that in mind if that's something that's important to you. I know a lot of times we're trying to get out away from the phones and internet and all that stuff, which is totally cool. I do that too. But because my wife and I are kind of like living on the road right now, we definitely need a really good cell signal so that we can still do our work as we go through this time. And so I just wanted to mention that, guys, is that if you need cell signal, it is phenomenal at certain spots in this dispersed camping area. So the town of Flagstaff is only about 20 minutes away from the entrance to the dispersed camping area. So if you need to run into town for some supplies or anything like that, you can do that. So guys, I hope that helps. That just describing the camping area and your amenities and what you do have, what you don't have. But honestly, very cool place to camp, very cool place to off-road, very cool place to just get away. And again, somewhat of an easy place, at least in the beginning of the trail, to come to, even if you're in just a car. But if you definitely want to get deeper in, more away from the highway, more away from people, you're definitely going to want a higher clearance vehicle, and definitely 4-wheel drive will definitely help you. especially if the weather's bad, it starts to rain or anything like that. If that road gets wet, I definitely wouldn't recommend you coming up here without four-wheel drive. But and not just four-wheel drive, but also having some really good tires. On the truck, I'm running the BF Goodrich KO2s. Incredible tires, my favorite tires. They work really, really well. So if this is a place that you guys think you might want to camp, down in the description, I'll leave the coordinates to this location so you guys can check it out for yourselves. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. We are all packed up from camp. We're going to be heading out right now. But before we go, I just wanted to say thank you to all of those that gave their lives for the freedoms that we have here in America. And not only for the freedoms that we have, but a lot of our American brothers and sisters in the military gave their lives, not just for America, but for a lot of other countries. And I just want to say thank you. We're so grateful. I'm grateful to have the freedom that I have to camp on this land, to have the career that I have, to have the freedoms of speech, and to bear arms, and so many other things because of what you guys did. And I just want to say thank you so very much for your sacrifice. And not only your sacrifice, but the sacrifice of your families, your mothers, your fathers, your wives, and your children. And you guys are truly a blessing. God is blessing your families, and I'm super thankful for the sacrifice that you guys gave for my freedoms and the freedoms of this nation. And so I just want to say thank you. I want to say happy Memorial Day to everyone, and for all of those that are mourning for the loss of your loved ones that gave their lives, that paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. I want to say thank you. You're at home, you're alive, and you're free because of your loved ones that gave their lives. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, your family, your children. You guys are a blessing. It is Memorial Day. As we head out now, I know obviously when you guys see this video, it's probably a week or two later, but it's Memorial Day today, and I just wanted to say thank you. So with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to kick that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.